Academy, and we are here live from the Al Amrat Cricket Stadium, and it's the second game of the night, the Super Sixes. It's day two of the Super Sixes, as a matter of fact, and two teams that struggled last evening to get a win to their name in the Super Sixes stage will be up against each other. It's Yalla Shabab Giants versus the Muscat Thunderers, and we have our senior statesman from the com box, Jamil Zaidi, with the two captains for the toss.
Toss time now from Oman Cricket Academy ground, Muscat, with a very, very pleasant evening match to be played between Yalla Shabab and Muscat Thunderers for the Oman D10 League, powered by Dafa News. With myself, Mr. Saishef, will be the captain of the Yalla Shabab, and with him, the captain of Muscat Thunderers, Mr. Sandeep Gaut. Saishef, being the home team, will flip the coin. Mr. Avinash? Kanja. Okay. Sandeep, yes. Won the toss. First thing, what you're going to do?
We want to bowl first.
Second question, any changes in the team?
We have one change, Swapnil playing in place of Afridi.
Now, one more question. You start this tournament in a very good note, 3 consecutive wins with you, but later on, the things going not at all in your favor. So where you feel the reason was how the things which was batting going good in the initial 3 matches, and suddenly your performance comes very much down?
Yeah, actually I think batting we have to apply ourselves and bat deep, because top order not clicking for us, and sometimes middle order also. So make sure and play all 10 overs and score some good runs.
So what target you feel you are going to give?
Probably anything under 85 would be ideal for us.
You think that will be achievable for you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you
For the match. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saishif, yes. You are going to bat first.
Yes.
First of all, how much target you think you will be pleased to give your Muscat Thunderers to chase?
So wicket is good to bat on, sir. So we are looking around 120, like 130, like around 110, above 110, sir.
Changes in the team?
No changes, sir. No changes, sir. Same team. We are going the same team as played last match.
Your team is playing very well, bearing 1 or 2 matches, but rest of the match was playing very well. So what is the atmosphere in your camp about this particular match, because you have another 2 matches to go after this? Yes. So where you feel that you will be coming up?
No, we are really, boys are really pumped up after a loss. Like, we are coming together stronger. Like, we are into basics, like we are into stick to the basics. So we'll do good in the coming matches.
Thank you and good luck for the match.
Thank you.
So news from the centre, Muscat Thunderers has won the toss and elected to bowl first.
And most certainly they would like to have a bowl first, because last evening they looked to do the other way around, looked to back themselves to defend a total, and they were not able to do it. So now putting some onus on their batters and asking them to step up and respond to the challenge. Yalla Shabab Giants, they're going to be having a power-packed side. Zoeb Amanat, Hasnainul Wahab, Mufaddal Panyariwala, Sai Shiv, the captain, Mujibur Ali, Sanju Sajeev, Mohammad Sami, Abdul Khan Khalik, Jay Odedra, Amir Hamza and Umer Shakil. Muscat Thunderers, and they will have Aman Khan, Rana Naeem, Sandeep Gaud, Ganesh Chandrasekhar, Siddharth Prasad Bukapatnam, Swapnil Khadye makes his way back into the side, and Jay Chaugle, Soumya Sampat, Pranav Atavle, Jay Chelavada, and Munis Ansari. They won the toss and elected to bowl, I reiterate, and straight away it's going to be a great contest, because you can see that because they're going to be starting from the Oman LNG end, so Munis Ansari with the ball as is customary, and it's going to be that very, very familiar sight of him coming steaming in from the LNG end. On the other hand, it's going to be 2 big strikers of the ball, left-hander Zoeb Amanat and right-hander Hasnainul Wahab, probably the best pair out there at the moment for any team on any occasion, and they will have a good task up ahead and it's going to be a good challenge because Muscat Thunderer bowling has always been a very, very potent sort of a armory. But on the other hand, it's the batting that has been left wanting to do wonders. Looking to just get the fields set up and making sure everything is in the right order. Umpire Zaman Qureshi. Beg your pardon, I think it's Avinash. Joining me in the comm box, nonetheless, is going to be Pranav Mehta.
Thank you so much, Amin. A very good evening to everyone around the world. Muscat Thunderers versus Yalla Shabab Giants, and starts off with a bang. Zoeb Hamana doesn't waste a lot of time. The very first delivery caressed through the offside for a boundary.
It's a familiar sight. Zoeb Amanat always looking to score quickly, and he looks very elegant when he does that, and very impressive with the way he looks to target the offside especially. And this time around, Munis Ansari just erring in line that first delivery, looking to target that tram line moving across, and all Zoeb Amanat had to do was free his arms and help himself to a boundary towards the cover region. A good start here for YSG. This time much better on target. Munis Ansari looking to target the stumps, coming in sharply to the left-hander. Unexpected sort of a delivery. He'll be lucky to have survived as Zoeb Amanat.
This is a very different kind of a wicket. Under lights, if you hit the deck hard, there is a little bit of a spongy bounce, and that's where Munis Ansari coming in with that very lowish kind of release. The slingy Munis Ansari is not able to obtain purchase, but yes, it will stay a little low.
Oh, he's going to be erring in line. But what's good over here is the Munis Ansari is looking to hit the block hole, or he's looking to target the stumps by bowling just short of good length.
3 wicket keepers in the mix for Muscat Thunderers. Can you name them?
Well, Aman Khan, one of them, and Pranav Atavale. Pretty sure there could be somebody else. Just Swapnil.
He's kept wicket for Muscat Thunderers for a very long time. Those batting concerns and batting woes have forced them to bring Swapnil back to the playing grounds.
It's not only woes, it's actually a disaster at the moment for Muscat Thunderers with the way their batting is turning up every night, and they're always falling short on the required runs, whether they're batting first or batting second. Yes, that first round did seem to be very breezy and everything was looking under control, but largely due to the bowling. And I still believe they have a very potent bowling lineup with the likes of the experience of Munis Ansari, and then you've got the attacking Jay Chelavada, and then the youth also responding in form of Jay Chaugule. You've got the slower bowlers, Siddharth Bukapatnam, so plenty of operatives in that Muscat Thunderers side. But then it's that batting that's always left them stranded.
I still believe that it would be a great opportunity for somebody like Soumya Sampat to be promoted right at the top. Probably the likes of that left-handed Jeet Shah. Somebody of those likes. And you never know what they can bring to the table. We already saw Warchit in the previous game coming to the party big. He was promoted above Ubaidullah, who is known for his striking capabilities.
He certainly did a good name for himself, got his team back in the game, scored quick fire runs. And that's what you get when you throw the youngsters in the fire pit, and they'll always come up and rise like a phoenix.
And primarily because they are not they won't take a shy of the opponents. They don't know the opponents much. They haven't seen them playing much, and that's where they only see them as a competitor. They won't be dominated by their name.
Should have seen Abhinav Sharma from Ajis Titans and the way he just went for that scoop to Mohammad Imran.
And that's where you can create a little bit of a panic, you can create a little bit of doubt, and that's so important in a game like this. First over done, 8 runs from that. Monis Ansari wouldn't mind it. Every time I see Sandeep Gaur leading Muscat Thunderers, especially in this D10 format where Ashish Odedra and Jatinder Singh are in Dubai, I see a tiger, a cornered tiger, who is looking to take a vengeance from all the teams that are pushing Muscat Thunderers down. That's the kind of feeling he brings. That's the kind of vibe he brings to the table.
Yeah, and rightly so. It's not that he's not done well. He's always done well whenever he's leading the side. Oh, it's a leading edge. And there is no fielder. Sandeep Gaur had placed himself all the way at long on. So probably landing in the safe spot. Some smiles being shared over there. Jai Chelavada.
And I still wonder how difficult can it be for professionals, probably for the likes of Aman Khan. You talk about Soumya Sampath. You talk about these young sensations, Jai Chelavada. To do a little bit of long distance hitting. Italy's practice. What a delivery. Jai Chelavada is rising up the ranks, and he's rising up the ranks very quickly.
Oh yes, certainly took him by surprise. Hitting that very, very good area outside the off stump. And the moment you look to generate a little bit of pace off the deck, you will also be assisted with that spongy bounce that you were talking about a while earlier. Now, Sandeep Gaur has always had that experience of leading Muscat Thunderers. Or he's worked that towards the onside, only going to be a single. And cut to at least a year and a half ago when Jatinder Singh was injured, had that hamstring and back strain. And he would be leading the side here, Muscat Thunderers. And they've reached a couple of finals. They've won the D50 under Sandeep Gaur. And in spectacular fashion that too. So it's always going to be a very nice sort of a situation whenever he leads the side. They're a winning side when he does so.
I'll tell you where the issue is. The biggest issue is when they're playing the shorter format. When they're playing the longer format, the likes of Aman Khan will come good, Pranav Athavale will come good. They're all long format players. Sliding down the leg, and this is going to be required to rebold. Then you have Siddharth Prasad Bukkapatnam. He can be handy in the longer format. But somebody who has disappointed me, and disappointment is a very hard word to be putting in, but I still don't understand the logic. Somebody like an Anurag Singh, I was expecting huge numbers from him, because it's a big opportunity to represent somebody like Muscat Thunderers. It's an age-old side. They've been around for so long. Probably a little bit of overthrows here. And that's where Yalla Shabab will be happy to capitalize on such a big opportunity for somebody like Anurag Singh. And he's not risen up to the occasion. It all started with being pretty mediocre in the field. As a youngster, you have to take a note of how Sandeep Gaur feels in the They're never looking for the second when the ball goes to Sandeep Gaur, but you will still see a bullet throw coming right to the bowler's end or the keeper's end, where the bowler or keeper doesn't have to move a millimeter. But cut well. Zohaib Amanat is very effective and very impactful.
Good job here. And they were looking very quiet, not getting boundaries as they would have liked to. But now Zohaib Amanat finally looking to cut loose. Have a look at that. Keeping it outside. That hint of shape. Not too much, but good enough for Zohaib Amanat to get on top and free his arms. Good boundary. And I completely get what you mean. There's always been left wanting by the new talent that's come into the side. So and that is why Majid's Titans, I would say that in the last couple of months, you've just noticed that they've been the most improved side, making the right sort of recruitments. Have a look at that. Zohaib Amanat now dispatching the ball outside the boundary line. If the first one was 4, this 6 is equally classy from the very, very classy left-hander. Zohaib Amanat.
Talking about youngsters, Zohaib Amanat doesn't want us to take attention away from his batting. The young talent, the young sensation is making noises, and he's making some loud noises here at the Oman Cricket Academy. And he's doing that with his lusty batting blows. 2 overs done, 23 without losing a wicket. Siddharth Prasad Bukapatnam comes into the attack from the Oman LNG end. And what I like about Muscat Thunderers is the way they create a player. They could only see small glimpses from Aman Khan, immediately put him on the bench for a few games for him to give it a thought, give it an understanding that why he needs to come much better. Yes, on any given day, Aman Khan in this weak Muscat Thunderers batting lineup side can make it to the 11, but still he was sent to the bench just so that he could recapitalize, recaptivate and come in the mix of things. The same thing is happening with Anurag Singh now.
I completely agree, and I think that's been the problem when you talk about teams like Majid's Titans, the way they have gone about the recruitment process. They've looked to bank on some trusted names, they look to bank on some known commodities. Oh, just whenever I keep talking about some youngsters and known commodities and how good a side is Majid's Titans, Zohaib Amanat absolutely wants to steal the show, and he tonks another 6, this time to Siddharth Bukapatnam.
We talk about batters going at 200 strike rate. Zohaib Amanat goes at 250. He has a special buzz to himself and he rides alone in it. And this one's lost. It'll take some time to recover it because it's on top of the nets. Probably somebody needs to give a little bit of an information to the player who's trying to recover the ball, because this one's not gone in the outfield. It's on top of the practice nets. Oh, it is not going to be recovered. He's gone in the outfield looking for it behind the scenes. Come to the crime scene, my friend. Probably he's got it now. Huh? Oh yes, finally he's got it.
Oh, he's done it the old school way. He's found a stick from somewhere. Ganesh Chandrasekhar. Oh, of course, Ganesh Chandrasekhar. Experience.
Experience counts.
What were some of the more innovative ways you used to get? Whenever you used to bat in the nets and the ball would have the tendency to just go above the nets, through those small holes and the gaps, the crevices. Then all sorts of competitions would be. There would be competitions, some dangerous ones, including throwing stones.
Not throwing stones, but throwing the other ball. I was never a part of that competition because my shoulder was never good enough.
You said 7 stones was your favorite game.
That was back in the day. Now I'm talking about when I was 26, 27, being a wicketkeeper, never good. Oh, drop catch. You don't want to be dropping catches. I think it is Swapnil who has let this one down. And they wouldn't mind it much because Swapnil has just come into the competition. Him just being on the field is a big positive. Big plus for Muscat Thunderers. Very experienced. Swapnil generally did his duties behind the stumps. Struck well through the offside. It's only going to be a single. In our times, it was primarily Ansar Raza Ansari. Talk about Hassan Kamdar. Those were the guys with the strong, big shoulders, bullet arm, and they would get into the competition and they would win it amongst themselves. I would just sit and watch them.
For retrieving the ball?
Oh, they had a bullet throw. They won games for Oman because of their fielding. Not really sure which game was that. Probably it was against Thailand, where we won by 1 run and Ansar got a run out. .32 without losing a wicket. Yalla Shabab Giants is a dominating factor. I'm talking about 32 for 1. It takes me to the score line of India versus Pakistan. And talking about young talents, Abhishek Sharma is making some loud noises there.
Oh yes, absolutely. Quick fire innings under process at the moment. And a similar sort of an effort by Zoeb Amanat as well. Closer home for the Yalla Shabab Giants. End of the third over with a quiet single, but then a maximum certainly lit it up. It's going to be 33 for the loss of no wickets. Yalla Shabab Giants. Will be fire against fire because Jay Chogle has a very, very good bowling action and looks to bowl fast and hit the deck hard. He's up against Zoeb Amanat, the left-hander.
One player that probably we are missing in the Muscat Thunderers rank because of his quality is Ritwik Pathak. He made some good noises here. Walking into Oman Cricket Academy, stamped authority immediately. And that is one player whom Muscat Thunderers would want the services of.
Most certainly. I think they're a like-for-like replacement, the way Ritwik Pathak and Jay Chogle coming in from the same camp. Full, or rather a full toss, and only going to trot to the other end, Zoeb Amanat. What I really like about Zoeb Amanat is he doesn't change the brand of cricket he plays. He's always positive, always looking to attack the bowlers. Even if he gets out on duck, it's probably the reason why, because he's looking to attack, and the bowler has only gotten him once, and it's just that sort of a day where he just gets out on a duck. Otherwise, and he just forgets about it after that. The next innings he's once again looking to do the same way. He's looking to follow the same processes.
And that is what you want to do as a youngster. You want to dominate the scenes. You want to be special. In the air, on the leg side, 2 fielders will keep it down to a single. And that is where the difference is. Yes, Jay Chogle, pretty similar to Ritwik Pathak, but the character of Ritwik Pathak, the kind of a match winner that Ritwik Pathak was, the kind of energy that he brought to the middle, it's an aura that spreads, and spreads very quickly. And that's where Ritwik Pathak is missed as a player for Muscat Thunderers.
Would you have two similar bowlers in your squad if you had the chance to probably strategize for one? Oh, this one's big. It was nearly flat, just above eye line, and that's a good strike from the left-hander.
Really wanted to say fire versus fire, but at the moment Jai Chogle is only playing ice. Because Zohaib Amanat is striking and striking clean. Two fielders in the deep, doesn't matter whatsoever. Incredible striking from Zohaib Amanat. Serious trouble times for Yalla Shabab Giants. Because at the moment, Yalla Shabab Giants are not going to be giving any kind of opportunities to the middle order. Going into the final phase, it's only the top order which is making the noises.
Still yet to be halfway. Nowhere near the halfway mark, Pranav.
Do you even feel that probably the likes of Hasnain Al-Wahab, Zohaib Aman, they're not looking to let it go. And that's what we have seen through the D20, through the D10. Take the game by domination. Majority of the performances coming from their bat. And that's exactly where Yalla Shabab Giants lost that game. That all-important game. Which was almost a semi-final for them in the D20.
Oh, that's some lucky runs. It's going to be 5 wide, so you'll have to bowl that one again. So misery at the moment for Jai Chogle.
Not really sure why Athavle didn't go after it. Was it too wide? Did it get a lot of bounce? Probably the replay will tell us more about it, but I think Athavle should have at least put in a dive.
Have a look at that once again.
Oh my goodness gracious me, probably beaten by pace. Right in the block hole, it's only going to be a single.
Wouldn't mind some extra runs here, Yalla Shabab Giants. However, on this occasion, they are going much above that par run rate and probably doing about 12 and a half runs and over, and that's something they want to be continuing at the toss as well. Sai Shiv certainly mentioned, the captain, that they were looking to score somewhere around the 120, 130 run mark.
Another factor that I want to mention is probably Jai Chogle bowling right now, because what Zohaib Amanat did to him in the previous encounter. Right now Jai Chogle is bowling defensive, trying to safeguard. But in the process, he will get that prize wicket of Hasnain Al-Wahab. Figures a way out, and Hasnain Al-Wahab, the damaging Hasnain Al-Wahab, which was quiet, is going to be departing back to the dugout.
Oh yes, success finally for Muscat Thunderers, pulling one back for the team, Jai Chogle. What he does is still tries to maintain that line and use a little bit of variation, tries the cutter, and that will probably be the end of Hasnain Al-Wahab, the right-hander of this opening powerhouse pair. First wicket down, it's 48 for 1 YSG. Munus Ansari will be spent. much before the halfway mark, and it's going to be the floating power play in effect. If the offside is packed, Zoeb Amanat looks to go towards the leg side, and he doesn't need any fielders because at the moment you just need retrievers of the ball.
I just have one question to ask. Where is Ramadan? How far is Ramadan? Because Zoeb Amanat is playing some Ramadan cricket, some night cricket, where there is no defenses, only attack.
Well, I seriously don't want to degrade Zoeb Amanat at the moment because these are not slog shots. These are just simply class. And the way he's striking the ball, he's not losing shape. It's not lucky sixes or lucky runs. These are all proper strikes from the center or from the middle of the bat. He's equally good on the offside and on the leg side.
I'm never saying that it's slog shots. They are just fantastic cricketing shots. But the amount of intensity, the kind of scoreline that you're watching, these are the score lines which are only available in Ramadan cricket. Because here at D10, look at that striking, look at that striking. Every ball is coming from the meat of the bat. Nothing from the edge. Don't really think that the bat manufacturer produced a bat which had edges.
Well, I thought we would just call it like PSM ground cricket.
Oh,
Whenever we see somebody bat like this, we would always, refer it to. I think he's just playing in PSM, I guess. He's playing on the PSM ground.
No, to have that kind of a courage to play incredible positive cricket. Look at that strike. Look at that strike. Two fielders in the deep. It reaches those two fielders in no time. That's the quality of striking from the bat of Zoeb Amanat. What wonderful striking. Zoeb Amanat, he's a class apart. He's completely playing on a different field.
And rightly so. He's a prolific striker of the ball. And on the other hand, now he's been joined by Mufaddal Panyariwala, who's taken a leaf out of his book because this onslaught never ends and it's very, very difficult to just get Zoeb Amanat out of the equation, and out walks Mufaddal Panyariwala, and after Mufaddal comes in Mujibur Ali, all similar sort of left-handers. Wide. We'll have to bowl that one again. So this floating power play certainly looking to be a very, very lengthy one.
And what happens is that if you have a player of the quality of Zoeb Amanat, Hasnain al-Wahab, a player like Mufaddal Panyariwala walking into the side automatically understands that I have to be extremely good, the best of Mufaddal Panyariwala to play in Yalla Shabab Giants. An average Mufaddal Panyariwala is not going to be fitting up the ranks.
Shuffling across, looking to take a swing towards the leg side. We'll get nothing but air on that one. It's just 8 runs of this over so far.
Whereas when you see an Anurag Singh walking into the ranks of Muscat Thunderers or probably an Aman Khan, he believes that an average performance will still keep him in the side. And that's where you need to have a few players and automatically their vibe, their aura, their presence will change the entire team on its own. They just need to get a couple of good batters, Muscat Thunderers. Dancing down the track, what an incredible delivery. Too good is Zoeb Amanat against Monis Ansari. Too good is Monis Ansari against Mufaddal Panyariwala.
Oh yes. And I still wonder why Monis Ansari has been taking the resort of, delivering the ball away from the batters. Even for the left-handers, he's constantly trying to keep it, to just move the ball away. For the right-handers, he's looking to work the tram lines outside the off stump.
The primary reason is that Monis Ansari rarely bowls a bouncer, and that is where Mufaddal is charging down the track to Monis Ansari. If Monis Ansari would be bowling a bouncer, a batter would never be charging up to him. He has a very dangerous bouncer. It's just that he doesn't use it. He's only trying to use that block hole, and that's where Munis Ansari is playing that catch-up game.
Certainly has a lot of catch-up to do at the moment. 9 runs already, and not something that you would be wanting as a captain of your side. Muscat Thunderers, Sandeep Gaur should be having a chat with Munis Ansari and ask him to stick to his strengths. Look to nail the block hole and then probably bowl a good length delivery. If you go for runs, you do go for runs, but at the moment extras will be hurting them because extras are going to be considered as free runs. One more delivery remaining.
Oh, this is gonna. It's a goner. It's certainly a goner. You miss, I hit. It was the game of Munis Ansari. Very straight. Mufaddal Paniariwala was consistently looking to impact on the leg side and on this occasion, Munis Ansari as straight as he can get. Mufaddal Paniariwala had no answers whatsoever. A little bit of inward shape, and that's curtains for Mufaddal Paniariwala.
Thank you, Amin and Pranav. 57 for the loss of 2. The final ball of the 5th over. Munis Ansari getting better of Zohaib Amanat. In fact, Zohaib Amanat is still out there in the middle. It was Paniarawala who was dismissed. A clean hitting by Amanat, 42 of 19. So much happening here at Oman Cricket Academy. Back-to-back matches and quite busy. The com box alongside me is Jamil sir.
That was the last one, right in plumb of the wicket. And that's what Munis Ansari has got, that special delivery, but where rarely comes.
A rescue ranger. Yesterday, Naeem bowled that final over, got a couple of wickets, and today he has been introduced early. Short, smooth run up by Rana Naeem. Rana Naeem comes into the attack and in the air, falling short of Soumya Sampat. Of the mark, Sai Shiv Narayan.
What a play is Zohair Amanat. Except yesterday when he got very early in the very first over. But he is such a wonderful bat to watch. Clean hitter. No slogs. Absolutely brilliant batting display from him all through this tournament. Still batting on 43.
Beautifully well disguised slower delivery by Rana Naeem. Very strong towards the leg side as well as towards that offside. Whenever he goes towards leg side, he makes sure to get that elevation as well as the distance. On the offside, he tries to play that flat shots. So completely dominating player, the top of the order, Zohaib Amanat.
Full toss, brilliantly played towards the deep square leg for the single. So far so good. The score for Yalla Shabab. So over number 6 is on. It's 60 runs already on board. And Sashi was telling me during the toss time they're looking for 120 around. If they reach that total, definitely it will be a very, very defendable total, Mudassir.
Oh, they have a quality bowling lineup. And where in Muscat Thunderers they are struggling with the bat. Another change of pace in the air. Fielder Soumya Sampat will watch the ball sail over that cow corner. Pure timing, pure class from Sai Shiv Narayana.
Captain really leading a team from the front. And his way of batting is so difficult. You'd never know from what time he will come and which way he come and hit the boundary and the six. Look at that one. Just wait for the ball to come, coming down, and hit for the maximum.
Way outside the off stump, wide has been called. Absolutely, as a bowler, you don't know what exactly he's going to do. He's a natural, gifted player, heavily depend on his timing, and he never looked to shape up to go big. He just wait for the delivery to come on to him, then he plays those aerial shots.
That was a good delivery. To try to block him outside the off stump. No chance for the Saishev to play onto it. End of over number 6. It is 67 for 2 Yalla Shabab. Ganesh. Cut and cut nicely. The fielder is there. Extremely difficult to get Zuhair Amanat out, Mudassir. He's such a fantastic batter.
There was one opportunity at the point. It was a valiant effort from the fielder, playing his first game of D10. Swapnil, I believe.
Swapnil maybe is that. Yes, the coach come player at the moment.
What an effort by Swapnil. Using the feed, goes over the point fielder. Thought of a second, but good recovery by Soumya Sampat. Keeping it down to just a single. Now, as rightly said by you during the toss, he said 120. To get that 120, Zohaib Amanat needs to stay till the end. Waiting for Muscat Thunderers. If they can get him out here, they can keep them under 110, 105. So this will be the key wicket. How well he is managing. He knows bulk of the runs, that added responsibility is on his shoulder. So anchoring the innings here, Zohaib. In the air, but clears that long off. Clean striking continues by Zohaib. And 50 comes up for Zohaib Amanat at the right time. The flow of runs in this tournament continues to come from the blade of Zohaib Amanat.
Not for the first time he completed that half century with his style. Even in the last match also he did the same thing. And what a player he is. I think his natural aggression is never let him down and he plays natural game even in the longer version of the game. I think his tendency to attack will remain same.
Chopped on. Wanted to go towards that leg side. Big relief. Ganesh Chandrasekhar gone for a maximum, but what a comeback to get rid of Zohaib Amanat. The change of pace. Big heave inside edge onto the stumps. The big man departs.
Well, the moment we were praising his absolute brilliant batting display, chopped on the ball of Ganesh. So wicket number 3 back to the dugout for Yalla Shabab. This time just trying to play it on once again to the onside ball, but the bottom edge of the bat chopped onto the stump. So the danger man back to the pavilion. Ganesh also veteran fast bowler from Muscat Thunderers, always coming up, giving them some respite by getting a wicket of Zuhair Mahant.
Sanju Sajeev, the new batter, walks in. Driven nicely, played towards Swapnil. A quick single has been taken off the mark. But what an over, what a comeback. Especially going after that six, he changed his line and length and reduced that pace. A beautiful piece of bowling by the experienced Ganesh Chandrasekhar.
Mother said, which team out of these 6 teams has got the best batting lineup, in your opinion?
Another one on the back foot and played in between both the fielders towards long on and mid wicket. He is showing his class. Sai Shiv Narayan, the captain of Yalla Shabab Giants, finds the boundary here.
Beautifully timed, just slightly short of the length, goes back and hammered it to the vacant cow corner for 4 runs.
Coming back to your question, Jamil Bhai, I think for me, 7 overs gone, 80 for the loss of 3. For me, 2 teams I would say. One is Yalla Shabab Giants. Yes, it was Zoeb Amanat who got bulk of runs, but they have a very decent top 5 batters. And also Royal Oman Stallions. Though they are missing the service of Vinayak Shukla, no Nadeem, no Hassan, but still they have covered the batting department quite well. They have added Sharafuddin to the squad who can bat, and they have the likes of Karan Sonavle who is leading that side, Junaid Ahmed.
Lofted drive over to the long off, waiting hands, and it is wicket number 4. This is what happened, sad batter got out immediately, and then couple of wicket tumble immediately after that. And what exactly happened after Zoeb got out? 2 quick wickets.
The problem is they are technically very sound batters, and they don't rely on those powerful shots, Sanju and the likes of Sai Shiv. Sai Shiv, though, is able to get those runs. This time Sanju Sajeev trying to go big towards that long off. He was held by Siddharth Bukapatnam and beautifully bowled. He watched the batter coming out of the crease and bowling away from him. Was not in control, played in the air. Sanju Sajeev departs and walks in. Mujibur Ali, 4th wicket goes down. Also in shorter format, all you need is 3-4 batsmen chipping in with runs, quick 20, 30 and if one batter can get 40 odd runs in quick time, you can post a good total on board. And that is why Yallash Shabbab and Royal Oman Stallions, they are having a good run. And Renaissance Challenge, they are heavily dependent on Hamad Ifraq. Majlis Titans let me down somehow because I backed Majlis Titans. They were one of the favorite teams for me in D10 after lifting the D20. But Gihan and Adams not coming to the party has been a big problem for them.
Yeah, surely. When you correctly mention, I do also agree that Yalla Shabab, to me, I got the best batting lineup, and followed by Royal Stallions. Oh, beautifully bowled, but it's declared wide. We'll have to wait the umpire's signal.
Changes his decision. There was a pad involved. Change of pace, nicely done by Rana Naeem. But still going at a good run rate. This is the advantage when you have explosive batters at top of the order, the likes of Zoeb Amanat, Hassan al Wahab. The other batters, especially the middle order batters, they get some time to adjust themselves to the surface.
Naeem once again come back with the wicket. Veteran, playing most of the time for the Muscat Thunderers in the Premier League as well. Yesterday he got some couple of good wickets in the last overs, and today also got a wicket. That is two of Sajeev was out.
In the air towards that corner, work for Swapnil. Couple of runs on offer. Talking about Sanju Samson, the team from Kerala, they will be travelling to Oman on 19th of this month, and there will be few T20 games will be played between visiting Kerala side versus Oman team. Just a preparation ahead of that ICC Asia Pacific World Cup qualifiers, which will start on October 8th here at the same venue, Oman Cricket Academy. Another feather in the cap of Oman Cricket Association. So many big tournaments happening here. It's a proud moment.
Absolutely. All the efforts has been done by the Oman Cricket Board to make Oman a venue for the international matches, and they have successfully managed so many big tournaments inclusive of the World Cup.
In the air, change of pace, fielder settling, and Siddharth Bukapatnam makes no mistake. Captain departs, slowly making a comeback in this game. Muscat Thunderers, thanks to the experience of Chandrasekhar in the previous over. Now Rana Naeem, double wicket over, a boundaryless over from Rana Naeem.
Once again shows his class. He's the veteran, can get the wickets at his will with clever bowling. This is the wicket number 2 for him. 5 down. The floating power play over number 9 now actually already taken in the over number 5. Try to smash it. Doesn't play it properly. Good comeback by Muscat Thunderers, Mudassir, after the onslaught from Zohaib Amanat.
Oh, he was the one batter who got those bulk of the runs, 51 out of 86 from the blade of Amanat. So it clearly shows the caliber and what an impactful player he is with the bat for Yalla Shabab Giants. Regulation field, short fine, short third. There is a point and cover inside 30-yard circle. In the air and finds the man. Swapnil takes the catch. Very watchful. And Sami came in, said hi, hello to everyone and walks back. Golden duck.
Brilliant take by Swapnil. Coming back in the gun after a long time. He's played for the national team as a wicketkeeper. I was there when he was there. A very nice gentleman. So go back a bit. Makes the thing easy for him. So wicket number 6. Back to the deck out for Yalla Shabab. The veteran Ganesh Chandrasekhar got 2 wickets. His second over is in progress. Time just tucked away out to the short mid wicket but only managed a single. Great comeback by Muscat Thunderers bowlers, and of course supported by excellent fielding. Credit to the bowlers who did a commendable job. Yeah, that one stage we were expecting that they would go beyond 100, but now it looks that they might reach three-figure mark.
It's Abdul Khalik who joining Ali out there in the middle. Another one. Change of pace, running hard. Are they going to come back for the second? No chance. Two good back-to-back overs. It was the 7th over where Zoev got a maximum, then lost his wicket to Chandrasekhar. After that, we haven't seen boundaries. So making a comeback, keeping things tight is Chandrasekhar and Rana Naeem. And also the worry sign, Jamil bhai, I think for Yalla Shabab, especially that lower order where the keeper is struggling. Mohammad Sami, he's a brilliant wicket keeper, but short of runs, just not able to find his form with the bat.
Well, I think one reason, Mudassir, I believe that he used to come to bat at over number 7, number 6, number 5. Though, if he can display his batsmanship during that time, but I think it's not getting exact time to what. End of over number 9, rather it's a wide delivery.
A late call, but a wide has been called. The keeper took his start towards the other end to get ready for the next over, but Zaman Qureshi opening his arms and signaling that wide.
Very rare things happening here, but anyhow, it's the umpire. I think it was almost benefit. And by virtue of that one more singles come to the total of Yalla Shabab. So over number 9 ends 91 for 6.
The final over, runs in Shogle. It's Ali on strike, Mujibur Ali. Mujibur Ali goes toward that leg side, back of length delivery. Pulled nicely and starts though with the maximum.
They quickly moving up to the 3-figure mark. It was a short delivery and Mujibur Ali played beautifully with full flow of the bat towards the mid-wicket boundary for a mighty 6.
Struggling with the form, with the bat, Mujibur Ali, but this is the right time if he can get another 15 runs in the next 5. Another 6. Another mistake. Very strong toward that leg side and no pace offered by Shogle. Easy picking. They are delighted. Applauded by the dugout.
Absolutely delighted. The figure mark they were looking for finally made through Mujibur Ali. Not good delivery from Shogle. 2 balls, 2 successive sixes. He's not trying to move the ball. At least he will try to keep within the stumps, outside the off stump. He might not get that treatment which has got in the last 2 deliveries.
The two back-to-back sixes. What a start. 100 comes up for Yalla Shabab. And Mujib moves to 18 in just 8 deliveries. Mujib goes big. Mujib goes towards long on and he clears the fence with ease. His hat trick for Mujibur Ali. Chogle has no clue. The left-handed stylish batsman comes to the party.
Absolutely thrilling. Smashing the boundaries, rather maximum. Third one in a row. This time on to the long on boundary. This poor Chogle must be thinking that where to bowl him now. 109. They've already come up to. Keeping the words of the captain intact, around 120 around.
Side edge denies that single. He wants to keep the strike because he is striking the ball well. Khalif wants strike, but it's always a good idea because Mujibur Ali is striking the ball well.
Yeah, definitely right thing to do so. One more maximum will make them much happy to be 115 or 16 runs from here on.
In the air, fielder watching the ball, one bounce taken by Ganesh Chandrasekhar. Having a tough time with Muscat Thunderers boys. It's Nelson on board, 20 runs so far in this over of Chogle. Gone for plenty of runs, 35 in 11 balls.
What a batting came from Mujibur Ali at the right time. You were talking about some maximums required, and he immediately replied with 3 maximums in a row.
Running hard, Khalid. Are they going to go back for second? Yes, the dive from Mujibur Ali takes Yalla Shabab to 113 in their allotted 20 over. That final over gone for 22 runs from Chogle, and Mujibur Ali remain unbeaten on 28 of 12. Khalid run a ball to Yalla Shabab Giants, 113 for the loss of 6-10 in 10 overs.
What a perfect way to close the innings from Mujibur Ali. Look at the batting. It's Zohaib Amanat who was spearheaded the batting attack. Just 51 in 25 deliveries. And no other batter except Mujibur Ali, who came right down at the moment. 28 for just 12 deliveries. And they reached to 113 for 6 in 10 overs.
So bowling unit, the likes of Munis Ansari, the experienced Ansari, going for just 17, a wicket to his name. Couple of wickets for Rana Naeem and Ganesh Chandrasekhar. They bowled exceptionally well, but it was Chogle, J. Chelavada leaked plenty of runs. Just 1 over for Siddharth Prasad Bukapatnam and Muscat Thunderers. When they come back in the second innings, plenty of hard work needs to be done by their batters. And let's see the highlights of this first innings. Zohaib Amanat on a roll, on a song. Yet again here at Oman Cricket Academy, taking on the bowlers, going down on one knee, getting those maximums has been the story for Zohaib Amanat here at Oman Cricket Academy. Effortless shots, and Hassan al-Wahab got few runs under his belt as well. Chogle was punished, but Chogle got the better of Hassan al-Wahab, and Munis Ansari was dispatched by Paniyarwala, but what a comeback. Caught right in front of the stumps, and after that it was Zohaib Amanat who fell to Ganesh Chandrasekhar. Change of pace, Sanju Sajeev and Sai Shiv Narayana falling to Rana Naeem. 3 overs, boundaryless overs, but all of a sudden floodgates were open in the final over. Mujibur Ali, he was on strike. This was the end of Sami, a golden duck taken by Swapnil at covers. 3 back-to-back maxims to start the over number 10 that took the team beyond 100. Mujibur Ali came out with all guns blazing, and couple of runs on the very final ball to take the team to 113. So mammoth total posted on board by Yalla Shabab Giants. We'll dive into short break. Once we are back, it will be chase on.
ball. Excavate, yes it is. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is.
Welcome back. It's the second innings of this thrilling contest where Yalla Shabab Giants are taking on the Muscat Thunderers and looking to bat first. Yalla Shabab Giants certainly put up a good show, and the show was started by a showstopper, Zoeb Amanat, 51 of 25 deliveries. Sai Shiv Narayan, the captain, also contributed 13 runs of 7. But then Mujibur Ali, that late flourish that he provided, made sure that the Yalla Shabab Giants got to a very, very decent score. He scored 28 of just 12. Some big hits in the mix of things here. 113 for 6 is what they ended up with. Munis Ansari and Jay Chogle picking up a wicket each. Jay Chogle, very, very expensive, got bore the brunt of that Mujibur Ali strikes. Couple of wickets for Rana Naeem and Ganesh Chandrasekhar, who looked to keep the batters quiet, but then eventually the end result was 113. So 114 needed for these guys here, Muscat Thunderers, the two opening batters, and it's going to be a very interesting watch with the way things going about for the Yalla Shabab Giants. They have a very strong bowling lineup as well, so it's not everything about the top orders and the middle orders. Also a very, very steady performer in the com box as well. It's going to be Mudassir Ali Qureshi joining me by my side.
Good evening, Amin. Shakil runs in. Oh, what an effort. A full length dive. A live wire at that position, Sanju Sajeev.
Oh yeah, you certainly don't need to be taking a second look whenever the point or backward point is in action for Yalla Shabab Giants. It always has to be Super Sanju. Aman Khan and Rana Naeem will open the innings for the Muscat Thunderers, and Rana Naeem can be quite a handful, and he'll be key here for Muscat Thunderers to look to score quickly. He's got the power, he's got the temperament. On the other hand, Aman Khan, who's having a mixed bag sort of a tournament, just when you think that he's looking to score big, he loses his wicket. Steep bounce, unable to guide it for a few runs, Aman Khan.
It's a long road, 114 what they are looking against Yalla Shabab's quality bowling lineup. Likes of Umer Shakil and Abdul Khalik. The fast bowlers, the spinners, Sai Shiv Narayana, Sanju Sajeev, Jay Odedra and Mujibur Ali. So plenty of options for Sai Shiv.
Guides it and looking to test the accuracy of Super Sanju. Seen it all in that first innings. We saw some good wickets. We saw the bowlers making a comeback, and then we saw that powerful striking of Zoeb Amanat, and then that late flourish by Mujibur Ali. So pretty much like a Bollywood movie, that first innings, Yalla Shabab Giants and Muscat Thunderers. Shakil now just wanting to bowl wicket to wicket. Oh, he's erred in line, free runs here. I'm not going to be happy about it, the captain, because this is where things can start looking to slip out of hand. 4 runs and a wide, so he'll have to bowl that one again.
No. An error from Shakil. A valiant effort from Sami. No stopping, 5 runs. They need plenty of those runs. Rana Naeem and his partner Aman Khan, can they provide that flying start to Muscat Thunderers?
Well dug out. Had to negotiate that one because that was coming in very, very steep by Shakil.
8 runs on board, 10 wickets intact.
Need to be believing here, Muscat Thunderers. They need to certainly take some positive strides, especially Aman Khan. Good drive. And will beat the fielder. Beats every fielder, even the likes of Super Sanju. So it's going to be good 4 runs. And what a start here for Muscat Thunderers. And that's the sort of positive intent that you're looking.
Beautiful shot. Lovely piece of timing and placement. A fuller delivery. And opening the face of the blade, using those wrists, putting past the diving fielder. Lightning quick outfield. So runs are coming thick and fast. 12 so far.
One more delivery remaining, so it's not all over yet. Not able to get some good hold on to that one. Stranded and gone for all money. Rana Naeem. All they had to do, the fielder, was to target the stumps, but Rana Naeem survives. Very, very tardy. Good start for Muscat Thunderers. As 1 over gone, 12 for none. Back to live action. Needed a little bit of medical attention. Probably some sort of a side strain, but then now everything's in order. Rana Naeem looks to guide this one. Very, very delicate. And gets 4 in this Super Sanju over. Brought into the attack to just make use of that power play and not allow the batters to get underneath it. But Rana Naeem shows a different sort of facet of batting, and that's some delicate touch towards the offside.
And sometimes it's not about power hitting. Sometimes it's all about the timing and those late fine touches. Sanju Sajeev, very quick in the air. Down the ground. Oh, what an effort. A full length dive by Captain Sai Shiv, certainly saving a boundary.
Always attentive here. Yalla Shabab Giants, they're a great fielding side. Look at that boundary first of all. Just a gentle edge. Intentional. Getting 4 to him. And then that wonderful save from mid-on. One bounce straight back, played back to the bowler. And this is where probably Muscat Thunderers are struggling, because Aman Khan is looking very, very tentative. As an opening batter, you absolutely have no scope or no margin to be tentative. You have to play full-blooded shots just like that. Need to take the risks to clear the infield. Will happily come back for the second.
Get as many as runs possible in the power play. They've got 7 so far. All they need to do is maintain the 10-11 runs every over. One big over, you're home.
Hit towards the covers. There's a fielder there, Mujibur Ali.
20 for no loss.
One more delivery to go. And it's in the hands. Mid-on was looking very, very threatening because Sai Shiv is certainly marking his territory over there. He pulled off a beautiful dive to save the boundary, and now he's plucked one out of nowhere. Rana Naeem has to depart.
This time coming into Rana Naeem, and he's turning out to be an excellent fielder, showing his leadership qualities. Sai Shiv Narayana, it was away from Narayana, but taking a good catch. That's the end of Rana Naeem. First wicket goes down, 2 overs done, 20 for the loss of 1.
Amir Hamza. And Soumya Sampath has been promoted up the order. He's going to be on the non-striker's end. A good shot from Aman Khan. A couple of bounces to Zoeb Amanat, managing to get a single only. And all eyes on the youngster who will be taking strike. Soumya Sampath, can he make a difference here?
Good to see he's getting a promotion, top of the order. Hamza has been introduced to bowl the third over. So 2 in 2 for India in Asia Cup. They got better of Pakistan, chased the target of 128 in style by 7 wickets in hand. A comprehensive win, in 15.5 overs.
Oh yes, and a much needed win as well, because you just want to be dominating that group stage at this stage. The way India has been playing some very, very decent cricket, they're looking like a far more advanced side than anyone in world cricket at the moment. So plenty to look forward to, a lot of happiness amongst that Indian camp. Oh, this is some good positive cricket from Soumya Sampath. He has certainly looked to charge down the track to Amir Hamza, because the ball previous to this one, Amir Hamza certainly got that ball zing past Soumya Sampath. So this time around it was quite a courageous moment.
At 12.27 is the asking run rate. Boundaries are hard to come. Rana Naeem back in the hut. It all depends on Aman Khan.
Oh, just too good. Too good for Aman Khan at the moment.
Not able to adjust to the line and length of Hamza. Trying to play on the back foot. Beaten by that pace. Good collection by Mohammad Sami.
Straight away just brings down the bat at the last moment, and that has been the problem for Aman Khan. He's not looked to play the aggressive shots. Very defensive, very pessimistic sort of an innings, and that's been the cause of worry for Muscat Thunderers for the last couple of months, ever since the D20 has started. In the moment you see Jatinder Singh or Ashish Udedra not making contributions, that middle order seems to be struggling.
And also they are missing the services of Hashir Dafedar. One more single. So boundaryless over. Beautifully bowled by Hamza, sticking wicket to wicket line. 24 for the loss of 1, 3 gone.
Sai Shiv works it away towards the onside. And this is positive cricket from Soumya Sampat. I think he's looking the better batter at the moment. Very, very positive cricket at the moment from Soumya Sampat. I'm just liking the way this young lad. Oh, look at that shot. Absolutely electric here. And they've just made a mess of it in the field. But then that was a good effort. However, that shot from Soumya Sampat needs to be replayed because that's the sort of intent that both the batters are supposed to be showing here from Muscat Thunderers. Lightning quick.
Right word used by you. Intent. And look at that full length dive. What a team effort from these two players. Certainly saving a couple of runs, but Soumya Sampat showing a great intent, a positive approach, which is lacking for Muscat Thunderers, top of the order. Youngster showing the other batters to how to bat on this surface, how to take on the attack of the opposition.
Oh yes, this is infectious at the moment. Does seem to be that it's not carried all the way, but probably the right approach here. You need to be taking your chances earlier on so that the required run rate does not turn out to be too daunting. In the process, Aman Khan has holed out to Sai Shiv, and Mujibur Ali, one of the safest hands, plucks a good catch.
He's having a good game. Mujibur Ali got runs with the bat, saved a beautiful looking shot, but could not get that elevation and finds Mujibur Ali in action. Back to back deliveries. Mujibur Ali, wicket number 2 goes down. The biggest rivalry in cricket, the mother of all battles,
Oman versus UAE.
going in favor of India. But tomorrow is the Arabian Derby, UAE versus Oman. 29 for the loss of 2, 4 overs gone.
He's bowled a tight over, the first one up, Amir Hamza. But now it's two intentful batters out there in the middle, and it's only going to get better for Muscat Thunderers because Soumya Sampath is striking the ball very clean. He's not hit that boundary yet, but then certainly it's not too far away. On the other hand, Sandeep Gaur, the captain, the Tiger, has walked out to the middle, so things can start looking exciting as a viewer and as a team for Muscat Thunderers.
14.40 is the required run rate. It's climbing up with every ball passing by.
Oh yes, looks to take a wild swing.
El Clasico in Gulf, Oman versus UAE, I mean.
Oh, absolutely. All geared up for it, all charged up for it. And will be a very, very good session tomorrow here in the Combox as well. I'm having fun in this Oman D10 powered by Dafa News. Lot of interesting games within the Combox. Earlier on it was Ideal International versus SFT Smashers. Now moving on to a greater platform, a senior platform with a senior commentator. It's Oman versus UAE.
And my understanding is that if Oman can get Mohammad Wasim early and Alishan Sharfu, then definitely they can back their chances. But always Oman and UAE, they provide that entertainment to the crowd. The first Gulf Cricket Championship, the champions were Oman, and second time it was UAE. They defeated Kuwait. The Premier Cup here in 2024, that final, it was Wasim's heroics, that 100. They were the champions and the runner-up for Oman, and these two teams qualified for this edition of Asia Cup, and Hong Kong also participating. Beautifully managed on the back foot by Soumya Sampath. He's keeping the scoreboard moving. It is a good sign for Soumya Sampath, youngster getting those runs. And Oman versus UAE, lots at stake, and especially for the Oman players, because ILT around the corner, that auction, the teams, the scouting teams are watching them, so there's very good opportunity for Omani players as well to make into that ILT squads.
Oh, absolutely. And that's going to be some exciting news. Pretty sure we'll be hearing a lot of exciting news. Oh, this is high. And looks to be a few extra runs here, as many as 4 from the bat of Sandeep Gaur. And this is what rotating strike does to you. This is what keeping the scoreboard ticking does to you. Soumya Sampath had been looking so intentful and probably feeding off the positivity. Sandeep Gaur getting a boundary very, very early into his innings.
Rightly said, rotation of strike, and when you rotate the strike on a regular basis, it's really tough for the batter to find his line and length against two different kind of batsmen. Sandeep Gaur getting a boundary towards that backward point, force the captain to make a change. Third man comes inside 30, and the point has been pushed back. Sanju Sajeev patrolling that backward deep point.
Once again in the similar zone, Sanju Sajeev, who was positioned there earlier on, will only manage to get or probably concede a single. So even Stevens here in 5 overs, 38 for the loss of 2. Muscat Thunderers, Soumya Sampath and Sandeep Gaur fighting it out for their team.
Saishiv continues. Don't really think that from this position, Muscat Thunderers are going to be winning this game because they don't have a lot of depth, but it's a great opportunity. Jamil Zaidi joining me in the com box. Jammy boy, how are you doing today?
Very fine, thank you.
But it's a great opportunity, Jamil bhai, especially for somebody like Soumya Sampat to make some tremors in front of his captain, Sandeep Gaur.
Well, yes, actually, all we are talking about the youngsters. So they should come up. The experienced Sandeep Gaur is there on the non-striker and rather striker there. He can guide him. So that bulk of the runs should come from the bat of Sandeep. And then he should just give him ample support for singles and doubles.
Big shot from the bat of Sandeep Gaur, not connecting, and that means that the timber is going to be disturbed. Dew playing a role as well. Ball could have been skidded on straight onto the stumps. But all said and done, Sandeep Gaur, who was looking intentful, is going to be departing back to the dugout.
Well, dismal show from Sandeep Gaur as far as the batting is concerned in all the matches. Yes, he is not good at all, not fit at all. Not doing bowling, but at least batting he can do.
Ganesh Chandrasekhar comes to the middle. Something that impresses me a lot about Muscat Thunderers is the way they foresee things. They know that, this D10 competition is not going to be going their way. They've not got off to the start, and that's where they're giving the opportunity to somebody like Soumya Sampat to probably settle in for the upcoming season. It's a long season, 50 overs cricket, 2-day cricket, and that's where a lot would be expected from a young gun.
No, they are doing the right thing. Not only Muscat Thunderers, but especially Majlis Titans also do have some young chap.
Absolutely. The way youngsters are promoted here at the Oman cricket, I haven't seen that happening anywhere around the world. Good running between the wickets between these two.
Targets looks to be very stiff from here on. Almost 6 over been done. A ball is still to be bowled.
I've liked what I've seen of Soumya Sampat in that initial phase. He's just faced 9 deliveries. But if he continues to be positive, yes, he might not be able to strike those big ones, and that's fine. But if he continues to be positive, continues to climb onto the bowlers, I think he's done a decent job. He's probably given those glimpses of sparkle. 6 overs done, 43 for the loss of 3 Muscat Thunderers. Khalik to come into the attack. He's been one of those sensations. Very tricky bowler. Did hear that interesting story about him becoming a bowling all-rounder from a batting all-rounder. He's done decently well with the ball, especially when you're playing for a big side like Yalla Shabab Giants. You might not necessarily have the opportunity in one particular department, and that's where a smart cricketer would always provide utility. Big shot from the bat of Soumya Sampat, won't be connected well, but a little bit of luck. Zohaib Amanat lets this one go. And that means that Soumya Sampat is going to be continuing in the middle.
Very funny. Most simplest of the catches. Doesn't have to move here and there. Even the 12th man is also not at all happy.
That reaction from Rishabh Gupta said it all. Not looking to go for a single here, Ganesh Chandrasekhar. What you need to learn as a youngster is to connect it for a big one. You need to keep your base a little lower. Looking for a big shot through the covers. At the moment, things not coming with the intensity that they would have wanted. Showing some potential is Soumya Sampat. Can he make it count here? Another opportunity, half a chance for Abdul Khalik. It's going to be rotated around for a single.
Not good batting display from Muscat Thunderers. They are struggling in the batting lineup from the last couple of matches. They were part of the 3 matches in a row they've won. After that, I asked Sandeep that. He said actually problem only is that we are having struggling in the batting lineup. Try to heave it, but Khalik doesn't allow him. End of over number 7, 46 for 3 Muscat Thunderers.
Mujibur Ali comes into the attack. He's been one of those sensations with the bat. Can he make it count with the ball? Soumya Sampat will be on strike.
Today, yes, he has done a commendable job, smashing 3 sixes in the last over.
Looking for the overthrow, won't get it. Super Sanju is super. What Soumya Sampat needs to learn as a youngster, or most youngsters would need to learn, is to lower the center of gravity. The higher is the impact. And if I define that, the lower is your base, the more impactful you are. The more power you will be able to generate. It's a very simple rule, and if you can implement it, your shape, your posture will stay steady, and you will be able to impact longer than what you can.
It will take time but now for this young chap, for all these things we're talking about. Learn and learn. That's the thing only. When he can come up to do.
Oh, what an incredible strike. We are talking about Soumya Sampat, but Ganesh Chandrasekhar is a good striker of the cricket ball through the cover region, which was vacant, and bisecting those 2 fielders in the deep to perfection.
Beautifully placed. Just bent down, created the gap between cover and extra cover.
Looking for a big shot, 1 shot too many. Not really. Outside edge, and it's going to be just good enough. 4 more valuable runs. So runs coming quickly from the bat of Ganesh Chandrasekhar.
Well, that's the right thing to do, but now at the moment they know the match is of course a bit difficult to chase their target, but go for the runs. This is took the top edge of the bat over to the gully fielder, and 4 more runs to the total and 4 more to the Muscat Thunderers.
I agree to what you said, Jamil bhai, that it'll take a long time. I'm in agreement to the fact that everything takes time, but I'm not in the agreement to the fact that it's going to take a long time. It's matter of a season. We've seen that with Aryan Bisht. Last season he wasn't able to strike. This season he was striking maximums at will. We saw Warshit. We saw so many youngsters transforming into decent strikers of the cricket ball.
But they have been given proper chances from the team itself. Open the face of the bat for the single.
Chances will only come when you show those sparks. 8 overs done, 58 for the loss of 3. Umair Shakil will come in for that floating power play. What's important is that Soumya Sampath, 14 of 15 deliveries. If he can strike a few boundaries in this over, it could be handy for him. Looking to tonk it, he'll rush for a single. And you can immediately see him losing that shape because his center of gravity is too high. When your base is too high, that is where you do not have stability. That's exactly the answer, that when you're looking to lift a good weight, you have a good squat and then you will be able to lift it.
Well, I think physically he also had to be some strong and then go for the big one, because I don't think so that much power he has got at this stage. At this stage of the game, he used to take the technique of placing the ball. Wait the ball to come, place in the gully, play it in the cover point, and any off drive comes, you can play the drives, pulled. That is the thing which you can do at this moment. But very rarely, because Shakil is bowling with a good pace. So sometimes it happens that you cannot cope with the pace of the bowler.
That is because you're just treating him like a young kid, but this game of cricket is very cruel. Doesn't see his age. Umair Shakil is not going to be dropping down in pace because Soumya Sampath is going to be in front of him. And that is where, as a young sensation, the reason I use that word sensation, you have to do justice to your talent. You're good. Agreed, you're good. And that's why you're here. But once you're here, you need to make and prove a point. And that can be done by hard work. He needs to probably go to the other ground, take permissions, take approvals, tonk probably 50, 60 sixes. He has that technique of rotating strike. But once he has that capability, he knows where the middle is for a maximum. That's when he will be able to strike, because at the moment he's not able to connect because his center of gravity is too high.
This is what I'm telling you. He needs some time. Do the practice as you correctly said.
In your opinion, Jamil bhai, what is the right age for a young player to play at this level?
This is the right age, of course. Playing with the seniors, with the senior teams, absolutely perfect foundation for them to learn and to implement.
He's trying to do too much at the moment, and that is where he's struggling. He's trying to not overshadow Umair Shakil. He's believed Umair Shakil is probably too good for him, and that's where he's going on the back foot. Needs to climb onto him and tonk him around, and that's what you need to do as a batter. You don't go on the back foot. The reason you don't go on the back foot, if you remember that encounter between Shoaib Akhtar and Mohammad Kaif, you climb onto a fast bowler. When you do that, automatically you gain the respect of the fast bowler. not having any answers at the moment. That is because he's just a young sensation making into the ranks. 9 overs done, 60 for the loss of 3. Final over. Khalik. Big shot, not really going anywhere. Ganesh Chandrasekhar, a perfect yorker from Abdul Khalik, and that means that Ganesh Chandrasekhar, timber disturbed, and he's going to be walking back to the dugout.
This boy is also a young chap, but he's, you know how much generating pace. Look at that one. He was been given chance the last 2 matches and coming good, getting wickets.
Wonder where the middle stump went. It went for a walk, and that's the pace of Abdul Khalik. Gets a wicket on the very first delivery. Siddharth Prasad Bukapatnam is going to be walking to the middle. 60 for the loss of 4. Abdul Khalik charging in. You know what my problem, Jamil Bhai, is with that in today's world, the society gives you sympathy. As a young kid, you don't want people around you saying that, oh, the seniors failed, it's okay for you to fail. You want people around you to be telling you, why couldn't you do it? You should have done it. They failed, okay. But why did you fail? But it's the current society. It's a norm that people give you sympathy. And that sympathy puts you in your comfort zone. Correct me if I'm wrong. Great players, Sachin Tendulkar, never had people who gave him sympathy. They had stern coaches who would degrade them, who would push them to their limits.
He's playing with a very senior team. Or no, whoever else, and
I'm not talking about a particular
general,
person.
Those who are playing with the senior team members.
Driven through the covers. This will get to the boundary. It's a much needed boundary. They're counting on their net run rate. Siddharth Bukapatnam gets one from the middle of his bat.
So those seniors who are in the team, I mean, they have to guide the youngsters. Maybe in strong words. If he played a shot unexpected, unnecessary, they should tell him, well, you have done wrong. Next time, don't do this. Some stern sort of advices.
Once again, through the covers this time, not able to find the gap. I'm not practically talking about the team environment. Yes, the team environment, there is not much of communication that happens, but a lot of conversation does happen when you go back home, when you meet your friends, when you meet your family members, your mentors, and that's where you discuss cricket.
There's a lot of things to talk on that, but again, depends upon how your team take you.
Driven through the covers, and they will wrap up with a single to covers. A decent effort will keep it down to just a single. I think it was likes of Jayo Dedra there at covers who winded the things up. 65 is what they could get, Muscat Thunderers, but this is a good quality show from Muscat Thunderers. Yes, they've been beaten by a big margin, but for the very first time in this tournament, they have had some solidity in their batting lineup. And that's where I feel that they're just climbing up the ranks and they're looking forward to the next upcoming competition. That could be probably the D50 or probably the two-day competition.
Off late, you can say yes. But generally, apart from the 3 matches they won, the rest of the matches were afloat, fearless. Nothing to talk about the batting of the Thunderers, except Somia Brevin Sampath, who scored 15 of 19 deliveries, and Aman Khan double figures 11. So as Ganesh Chandrasekhar 12 of 12. No other batsman could cross the 12 mark. It is 65 for 4. 8 extras. Yalla Shabab won by 48 runs.
Certainly, it was pure domination by Yalla Shabab Giants. They are the better side in this tournament. They're one of the best sides, rather, in this tournament. And that's why they were dominating. Captain Sai Shiv Narayan getting 2 wickets for himself and just conceding 10 runs. He was the pick of the bowlers. 1 wicket apiece for Abdul Khalik and Sanju Sajeev. And apart from that, everybody was economical except Mujibur Ali. And that's where they won this competition handsomely by 48 runs. It all started with that big wide coming from Umer Shakil. And apart from that, Aman looked pretty decent to start off with. Good technique. So was Rana Naeem. They were looking to make an impact, but not for a long period as Rana Naeem departed. Fielding ever so handsome for Yalla Shabab, and they held on to their opportunities, at least most of them. They were bowling well on the back of lot of quality bowlers. Mujibur came into the equation. He was dispatched for a few boundaries from the bat of Ganesh Chandrasekhar. Abdul Khalik was looking good for his overs, and that's where he got a wicket for himself as well. Siddharth Prasad Mukhopadhyay came late into the equation, got a boundary towards the covers. One thing that wouldn't show in that highlights package is a shot from Soumya Sampath, who did pretty decent in the middle as well. But that's the confirmation. Match summary: Yalla Shabab Giants batting first on the back of Zohaib Amanat. He's making it a habit here at the Oman Cricket Academy. 51 of 25, and Mujibur Ali late flourishes, 28 of 12. Made sure that Yalla Shabab Giants got to 113 for the loss of 6 in the allocated 10 overs. 2 wickets apiece for Rana Naeem and Ganesh Chandrasekhar, and in reply, Muscat Thunderers could manage to get to 65 for the loss of 4 in their allocated 10 overs. Soumya Sampath was a pick of the batters. 15 of 19 deliveries, were struggling towards the end. Ganesh Chandrasekhar and Aman Khan got to the double digits as well. Sai Shiv was the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 10. And Abdul Khalik and Sanju Sajeev picked up a wicket apiece as well. Yalla Shabab Giants have won this contest handsomely by 48 runs. It's a mammoth win for them. We'll take a small breather in the com box, and on the other side it's going to be Amin Wagle with the presentation.
He has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is. He has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is.
Welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony. This was an exciting game between the Yalla Shabab Giants versus the Muscat Thunderers, where the Yalla Shabab Giants got the better of the Muscat Thunderers. Batting first, they scored 113, and in response, Muscat Thunderers falling way short. The big towering score in that first innings was courtesy a brilliant innings, and that came off the bat of Zoeb Amanat, a 50-plus score in just 29 deliveries, earning him the player of the match for this evening. He'll collect the medallion from our match official, Mr. Avinash. जोएब, सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद. आप आदत सी बना रहे हैं यहाँ पर. हर बार मैं यहाँ प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए आ रहा हूँ, आपको एक मैन ऑफ द मैच मेडालियन मिल रहा है. कुछ बताएं आपके ओपनिंग पार्टनरशिप के बारे में और किस वे से आप इंटेंट से जा रहे हैं. वहाँ पर बड़े बड़े लंबे छक्के मार रहे हैं, लंबे चौके मार रहे हैं, तो क्या पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड कैसे आ रहा है? टीम आपके इसमें जो भरोसा डाल रही है, इसके बारे में कुछ बताएं.
जी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक माय अल्लाह अलमाइटी. आफ्टर दैट माय फैमिली, माय अंकल्स हु सपोर्ट्स मी. बस यही प्लान यही है कि अपना पॉजिटिव खेलना है. स्नैन के साथ यही है, आपको पता है स्नैन और मैं अच्छी ओपनिंग पार्टनरशिप खेलते हैं. बस उसके साथ यही बात होती है कि हमने अपने पॉजिटिव रहना है और अपने शॉट्स खेलने हैं, तो वो
ओके. कुछ आपके बॉलिंग के बारे में बताया. एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स आपके टीम को अभी मिले हैं. यहाँ से आगे अभी आप क्या करना चाहेंगे?
जी, वो कल हम मैच हार गए, उसकी वजह से हमें रन रेट का भी है और बॉलर्स ने अच्छी किया है, तो कम से कम से उनको आउट किया, जिस वजह से हमारा रन रेट अच्छा होगा और आगे हमें फ़ायदा होगा.
पिछली बार आपने शोरमा का ट्रीट दिया था, इस बार क्या है?
इस दफ़ा अभी प्लान नहीं है, अभी देखते हैं ना, वो जो बोलेंगे वही करना पड़ेगा.
Okay, once again, very much congratulations, and we hope you do well for the rest of the tournament. That's all we have from the post-match presentation ceremony. Do stay tuned, we've got a lot of cricketing action coming your way.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge the way. Yes, it is.